It is November and my holiday store opens the day after Thanksgiving, and I spend months working on that store because the income that I make from it has to last me through January, February, and March. And my bills for AmanitaDreamer.net and Mushroom Voice are $3,000 a month. And this put a big dent in it when YouTube demonetized my channel. So I rely heavily on selling my Amanita products, but really the biggest thing is I really get into the things that I make for the holiday store. I make things I use or that I think are fun and that I think you would like or that you would like to give as a gift. So if you would consider supporting a small creator by buying a couple of your Christmas presents for me, I would appreciate it. I'm doing a new class that I've never taught before on Amanita rituals. And so I even have a class on New Year's Day for dealing with the post-holiday letdown and all that stuff. I do it every year. It's really fun. I look forward to it. And we all just get together on New Year's Day and I teach you some things that can become rituals for you. One of the other classes that I'm going to teach in February, since this is the Love Mushroom, is a class on facilitating love of the self using Amanita muscaria, because Amanita is the love mushroom. It wants you to love yourself. We have receptors in our heart for it. And I really capitalize in February on pushing self-love and love in general, and Amanita being the love mushroom. So I just want to tell you about that. I got a lot of really cool classes coming up, workshops, if you want to take those. In our community, our Christmas party is coming up. So if you're in the community, look for that announcement. For the first hour, we're doing my DJ dance party. I'll be your DJ and we're going to dance. And then after that, we're going to open our Dirty Santa gifts. And that will also be in the announcement, how to get yours, and then how to show up with it wrapped and all that stuff. And then the next thing after the Dirty Santa is we're going to do show and tell if you'd like to stick around for that. But I'm trying to fit as many time zones in as I can. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit Australia in. I feel lighter. I feel like I'm finally moving all of the good energy, the healing energy. It feels like I have like this wide open channel now, so that the work I'm doing seems to be really effective and happens kind of quickly. And I have all this motivation and energy to really put into my products, which I'm making videos, experimenting, not just with the products I'm making, but like Pantherina and a couple of new things that I'm experimenting with. But also, I feel like me as an energy body, as an energetic being, I feel like before, when I was in the relationship, I feel like most of my energy was working through the top of my head and through my heart. But now looking back on it, I feel like all these holes and portals opened up and like I'm radiating beams of energy, moving it in and out. I feel like energy is just moving all the time through so many different channels. And it feels like I'm just getting these ahas all the time. But the biggest thing is it's getting harder for me to talk about it, because from the very beginning, I started feeling grounded to the land and to nature. And one of the very first things Amanita started teaching me was time jumping, time management, manipulating time, and how we are actually time. And I have videos on that at AmanitaDreamer.net. But I feel like it's not just concepts and ideas that I'm hearing and going, got it, and then putting that to work. It feels more now like I am so intricately connected to the land, to the trees, to fire, to water, to the wind, that there's just this continuous movement of energy through all of it. And I am acutely aware of when I've been too long without those, like when I'm traveling. I just came back from like 6 weeks of travel. And I felt this craving and this need. I felt that channel blocked. even though every chance I could, I would get out in nature. Whether you've gotten there yet or not, you will get there. The more that you heal the trauma, the more you're going to start plugging back in to where you originally came from. But if you've done psilocybin, I have a feeling you already get it now. You already know that. You're re-jacking into all of these things, but fire gazing is so important. Drums are so important. I always make a Christmas video. I didn't last year because I was grieving, but I'm about to make that, and look for that maybe the first week, second week of December. And I just did a Christmas craft where we make ornaments for your tree out of peppermints. And most of us don't have access to all that stuff. And and that'll also be out in December because I just love playing, because I'm a nerd. I've started doing a lot of supplements, way more than the ones I talked about, just trying to heal from benzodiazepines. But now I'm working very hard on longevity. They say anti-aging. I'm not trying to go backward in time. I'm trying not to die of preventable things or get slow early. I want my brain to stay sharp and my body physically fit and me able to continue to move, because I have so much to do. I feel like I wasted so much time in trauma and trauma bonds and with traumatic people. I feel like I'm coming out of the worst of the dark night of the soul work now after 5 years. And I want to make a video about soul work, shadow work, that kind of thing. And we're going to talk about that in one of my online classes that I'm doing. Again, amanitadreamer.net, go to events if you want to see my online classes. And toward the end of my book tour, the European leg of it, right after I got back to the States, I had an event that I went to, which is an Heilung, the band Heilung. If you don't know about them, you need to look them up. This is their name, and they're Nordic music, but it's so much more than that. Anyway, one of their drummers is a friend of mine, and I went and hung out with them, and they gave me some really cool gifts, and I had beautiful experiences, and it was one of the highlights of the last couple of years, I think, being able to really experience that from being really close to the stage. And we made a lot of connections and stuff for the documentary. So hopefully a couple of them will be in the documentary. We still have to talk about that. The other thing is, I think I have finally gotten good funding for this documentary. I don't want to hope, because my hopes have been dashed so much. You notice I don't talk about it a lot lately. That's why, because I'll get a little bit of funding and I can do a little bit of filming and then nothing. And a lot of people will make promises and then they go away. But I really hope this is it. So I hope 2024 is the year that I finish the documentary. I can't even begin to tell you what's going on with the audiobook version of how to dose Amanita muscaria and what to expect. But so many issues have happened. But I had to go back through my book because of the advice on my FDA advisor and take some words out and make a lot of changes. I'm going back in this week to do the final audio engineering and get the sound right. And then we're going to master it. I hope that this is the end of it. I hope that I get to announce in my next newsletter that the audiobook is ready. My friend Gretchen, who's ADHD, got involved in this hyper-focused thing that she's into, which is podcasting. And she's like, oh my God, you gotta come be on it. The episodes, we talk about how I got the name. The mushrooms gave it to me. I got high and asked him what to call it. But it's fun. She's hilarious. I love her so much. She's so cool. And my holiday store opens the day after Thanksgiving. So I really hope you come support the store, support the work, help me pay the bills, but mostly just I hope you like this stuff. I hope you like it. Okay, I think that's everything. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for being my friend. Thanks for liking my shits. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for commenting on social media. Y'all, we got the best community. Speaking of community, those of you that are in Mushroom Voice community, thank you for coming all the time. I love you, beautiful people. Bye. I go live on every holiday. I go live on Thanksgiving Day. I go live on Christmas Day. I go live on New Year's Eve. I go live on Valentine's Day. Like, y'all come. If you want to know everything that's going on, get the newsletter. It comes out twice a month because I don't like to get hit up with all that crap either in my inbox. But also, if you get it, read it. You gotta open it. So like 25% of people actually open it, which y'all are busy. I get it. But a lot of these questions about what's going on with me or what am I doing is there.